Hi everyone, I'm Nathan. Welcome to the very last and final video of the Circus 10 awkwardly branded celebration of 10 subscribers, and also, of course, the celebration that we've all made it halfway through 2021. Good for us. So, I've had a lot of fun looking back at the first half of 2021, and I really am enthusiastic about the future. I'm even enthusiastic about the past. It was great. It's all great. Anyway, I feel like I've been rambling for the past couple of videos. I'm going to adjust real fast. Makes me feel better. Okay. Anyway, I feel like I was rambling, so I've written a better script for this video, and with any luck, it'll be a very smooth, nice video that I'll be very proud of. Okay, we are talking about what lies ahead. We're talking about what lies ahead for 2021 and even 2022. First of all, let's look back at my resolutions. For my New Year's resolutions, I made 2 of them. The first one was to budget myself $1 a day to, purchase games with, a gaming budget. I should right now be around $180 halfway through the year, $1 a day. But, well, I'm well over $700. I really blame that Marvel United Kickstarter. Anyway, if I keep doing this $1 a day thing when I'm that far gone, I feel like it would be just beating myself up. I will, however, do the second thing, my second New Year's resolution, and that is, this chair. I will do my second New Year's resolution, which is to track my purchases and track my plays. I feel like I'm getting a lot of good information looking back at my plays and my purchases. Let me stick my chair back a little bit here. Yeah, okay. Anywho, I feel like I'm getting a lot of good information tracking my purchasing and plays. I see the value of apps. I see the value of light, fast games. And I may be able to discover more things by, continuing to do it. So, let's do it, and we'll see what happens when I make a series of videos at the end of 2021 looking back. Well, I guess I'm committed to that now, aren't I? Do people do mid-year resolutions? I was wondering about that. And, well, alright, let's do mid-year resolutions. My mid-year resolution is going to be to continue to do Favorite Game Friday clips each week, and next year, in preparation, we'll say, next year, I'll do a weekly YouTube video right here on my own channel. Maybe I shouldn't wait till next year. Well, we'll see. We'll see if I have any ideas and time and enthusiasm about it once I'm finished with all of these mid-year videos. The other resolution is to stay clean and clear of Kickstarter and clean and clear of trading card games. Trading card games are nothing but trouble. They really don't play solo, and it's really just more of a gamble for me. It's I don't know, weird anticipation that I really, really, really just want to buy a blind booster pack with who knows what inside of it, and I always kind of feel disappointed afterwards. So I'm going to try super hard not to do that. I've been clean and clear, well, okay, not very many hours on the trading card games, but I'm going to start right now. Starting now. And as for Kickstarter, I've been clean and clear since June 1st. Good for me, June 1st. Okay. So, and let's talk about those Kickstarters. I have 4 outstanding Kickstarters right now. That's really a lot of money tied up in games that I'm not going to be able to play for another 6 months or possibly a year. I've got nothing to show for hundreds and hundreds of dollars tied up in Kickstarters. And here they are. I'm going to list them for you in order of my prediction as to when they will arrive. The order that I predict they will arrive. Yeah, predictions. First up is Tussie Mussie. The Tussie Mussie expansion is coming out. Tussie Mussie is a wonderful game where you're a nice flower shop merchant and you're making flowers, bouquets of flowers, and it's lovely. And the bouquets are worth points, and it's got a nice solo mode, and it's just plain wonderful. And I don't know that I played enough to merit buying an expansion, but I bought an expansion. It'll be out in, well, the original intended date was October 21. I expect it to be closer to December. I think it'll still hit 2021, but just barely. It'll have, the Tussie Mussie expansion will have more flowers and more stuff that I can add to solo mode. It should be really excellent. Maybe not. But I'm very optimistic about it. Tussie Mussie. And the next one is Frosthaven. The sequel to Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion. I hope it really does pick up. It'll be in the same world. It'll be the same approximate mechanics. But I'm hoping what they do is, what Isaac, I believe his name is, Isaac will do is look at the differences between Gloomhaven to Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion and go, how can I continue to improve this game from Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion to Frosthaven? And hopefully that's what he's done. I understand that I have a really hard time playing Gloomhaven by myself. It just didn't factor in when I got caught up in the crazy of the Frosthaven Kickstarter. And I kickstarted it anyway, even though I may not be able to play it because I can't really play things by myself. I can play things by myself. I play a lot of things by myself, but I'm talking about Gloomhaven things by myself. So, who knows? I'm going to stay optimistic about this one too. Frosthaven's original release date was March 2021. That ship sailed. I expect it'll be probably about April. I expect April 2022 before it comes to me, Nathan. We'll see. I would love to be wrong about this one. I'd really like to see Frosthaven sooner than that. Put that on the floor. I'd really like to see Frosthaven sooner than that. Maybe. I don't. It's a big project. A lot of people want a lot of copies of that game. The third Kickstarter that I suspect will come out also in April, but maybe a little after Gloomhaven, is Canvas. Canvas, the game of making beautiful artwork. I expect it to be also April. The original release date was set to be February 2022. I think it's going to be a little late. I think it's going to be about April. I think it's going to come in right around Gloomhaven, and I'm going to have two Kickstarters at the same time. And I'll make them battle. I better not make them battle because this will be significantly, an expansion for Canvas will be significantly smaller than Frosthaven. So they're not going to battle, but Canvas is going to have, it's called Reflections, Canvas Reflections. It's going to have more cards, more artwork cards, and some of them you can flip over and you can look and see what's on the back side of the card, different artwork on the back side of the card and the front side of the card, and you can pick which side you want, more choices. That's wonderful. And you know what? It's time right now to show you how this works. They're transparent cards. I'm just going to do it. These transparent cards, like here is a nice transparent card with a little bit of artwork of a vase full of flowers. That's cool. And here's a pug dog on a, what is that thing? Oh, look, there's my reflection. And a pug dog on a pillar. That's wonderful. And here is a curtain, a red curtain. Okay, this is one of my favorite cards, obviously, as I am the world's greatest stagehand. I'm not. I'm the world's something stagehand, but I ain't the world's greatest stagehand. I do my best, though. And you put them on top of each other. You put them on top of each other in whatever way you want, and there's the artwork. It's hard to see because I'm getting a lot of reflection here, but there you go. And those symbols at the bottom there, the triangles, the squares, and the color wheels and so forth, those are what you use to earn ribbons, because you can't just make the artwork, you have to be judged harshly on the artwork. And then at the end of the game, the ribbons, of course, are worth points, and you count your ribbons up and see how many points you got, and the person with the most points is the winner. Everybody is a winner because you are playing Canvas. Everybody wins when you play Canvas. But one person gets the most points. Next up is, of course, the dreaded, I've already spoken of it, the dreaded X-Men Marvel United expansion. This is scheduled to ship in May 2022. I suspect it will be closer to July. Some people who are closer to the manufacturing the point of manufacturing in China will probably get it sooner. I could see them getting it in June or maybe even May, but I suspect it's not even going to get to me until about July. The thing about it is, big sigh, the thing about it is that Marvel United only has 7 heroes and 3 villains in it, in this core box, and I expected that I could buy, more expansions in retail, the expansions that were not in the Kickstarter listed as Kickstarter only, and then I would have more guys, because Cool Mini or Not games sometimes really, they have nice core set games here, but, I mean, you're going to run through your options pretty fast. So I don't know that this is going to last a whole year. This is going to last me a whole year until the expansion comes out. These expansions, there are going to be 17 of them. Whew. These expansions are, I don't know. They may get here at a time when I don't care about Marvel United anymore. So hopefully they'll be enough to, spark my interest again or something. Maybe I will still care about it. It's a fun game. I played it a bunch of times this year. I'm still playing it. And I don't know, I've been trying to beat Red Skull recently on the hardest difficulty level. Okay, next and finally, we've got other things I might like to buy coming up. Coming up in 2021, what else might I like to buy? Let's check. First and foremost, of course, is cartographers. I wanted a lot of cartographer stuff. I love cartographers. Look at these maps. I drew these maps all by myself. I colored them myself. I have no artistic ability. And I did them in their very cool fantasy worlds. And I like to think about the fantasy worlds that I've created with my own brain, plus cards, plus markers. And I like that. Let's see here. Cartographers is coming out with a lot of stuff this year, and I want it all. There's already a Cartographers app for the phone. It's only a couple of dollars. It's very reasonably priced. It's extremely reasonably priced, and I think we've proven that I'm going to play app games a lot. So I definitely would get my money's worth for it. I'd have to clear a little space on my phone, and I'd have to work on making absolutely certain that I don't play it all the time. Big sigh, but I really like it and I want it and I'm going to get it soon as I feel comfortable and safe getting it. That it's not going to say get me fired from my job because I'm sitting in the corner playing cartographers instead of working. The second thing is their ambush promos. There are ambush promos on Board Game Geek. Ambush promos are cards. There are ambush cards with monsters on them, and you shuffle them up, and they cause havoc on your maps. You can probably see some. Where are some monsters? Here's some right here. Look at those monsters causing chaos on my map right there. Oof. Monsters. Those purple guys. Those purple guys with the horns. Causing chaos on my map. Anyway, there's ambush promo cards. 4 of them. And they're available on Board Game Geek. And the only thing that's stopping me from buying that is shipping is pretty expensive. The cost of the card plus shipping is kind of really expensive for 4 cards. And so I'd have to find something else that I wanted to buy from Board Game Geek to kind of spread out the shipping cost a little bit. And then it'll be worthwhile, because right now that's way too much money to be spending on 4 ambush promo cards. Then, of course, we've got Cartographer's Heroes, which will be another box like this one, with new cards and new paper maps to draw on, new monsters, and all kinds of new stuff. And I'm going to, as soon as I get it, I'm just going to shuffle the whole thing together. I'm going to shuffle the whole thing together and just have a blast with it. It's going to be wonderful. I don't know when that is. It's probably going to be around October, would be my guess. But as soon as it's there, as soon as I can see it at the game store and afford it, I will absolutely plunk down the money to get Cartographer's Heroes. I'm super ready for it, and I will mix them all together and I will play it. Not sure how I'm going to count the plays once I mix heroes in. Probably I'll just keep calling it Cartographers and not say I played Cartographers 25 times and Cartographer's Heroes 25 times or 32 times or whatever. You get the idea. I don't know how I'm going to mark that on my game tracking, but I'll figure it out. Also, with the Cartographer's Heroes Kickstarter, which I did not kickstart because I had a very large $500 car repair at the time, so that was very bad timing. There will also be a set of promo cards of skill cards. Skill cards are separate. You can spend some of your precious gold and get a special power for one turn. And those are nice. So those will be out. Those will be out about the same time, and I'll have to buy those. Definitely need those. And then three more packs will be released about the same time with more of these blank map sheets here. Blank map sheets that you can draw on, but they'll have stuff. Like one has a volcano in the middle, and one has, I don't know what the other ones are, so don't ask. But so, packs of more sheets that I can draw on with weird stuff on them. That's awesome. I want that too. That is definitely what I want. So I will buy all the cartographer stuff. I don't have a problem with that. I just have to make sure I can do so at a reasonable price. What else? Yes. There's also a game called Role Player Adventures coming out. It has a campaign much like Gloomhaven, where your heroes wandering around doing hero stuff and missions and quests and whatnot, and equipment, and finding cool treasure. And in addition, you don't have to do this. This is optional, but you can take a character you create in Role Player and use it in Role Player Adventures. And that's cool. When the Kickstarter came out, though, it felt a little expensive. It felt a little expensive for what I was getting. So I passed on it. Maybe at a discount from a discounted place like Game Nerds or something, or Miniature Market, or even Amazon. It might be worthwhile at that point because I'm really concerned about it being a limited number of plays. Having a limited number of plays, we'll see. Reviews will help. Reading the rule book probably might help. Asking around once people have it in their hands, which will be in about maybe 3 months, probably around October, probably about the same time as Cartographers. So that's awesome. Promos, more promo cards. Architects of the West Kingdom has a big set of Kickstarter promos that will add new and interesting ways that I can use to build up my kingdom back in 850 AD France. And I want new and interesting ways to build up my kingdom in 850 AD France, but I need to wait before I order it from the Garfield Games promo store, I believe is where you get it from, the Garfield Games promo store. I need to wait because in a couple of months, word is that a very limited amount of promos for Paladins is coming out. Let me back this up some. There you go. A very limited number of copies of a promo for Paladins called the Vassals, which will give us yellow worker meeples, and I want those yellow worker meeples. This is a small expansion. It's not going to overwhelm me with a lot of new Paladin stuff. It'll just give me a few more options, and that's nice. Very small amount of options, and I can handle that. And so I'm willing to buy it. It comes for free with the Paladins all-in-one box, big box that you can put this and all the other expansions in. But I'm not going to buy any expansions for Paladins because that game overwhelms me enough as it is. I do not need more content for that. It would not be more fun for me if I got more content. And let me rearrange Architects a little bit here. It's fine. And so those two promos, I want to, as soon as both of them are available at the Garfield Games store, I will go ahead and order both of them. But until then, there's no reason. The shipping would be way too much for, small amount of promos. The very last thing, there's two things that I'm kind of iffy maybe about. So let's look at those real fast. Definitely going to buy the Vassals expansion. Definitely going to buy the Kickstarter expansion when that comes out. Nope, it's already out. Just gotta wait. There's two more things that I'm maybe about. And that will wrap up the thing. Wow, we're going. Let's just go. Let's hurry and go. Marvel United. I obviously have one, even though I did not kickstart it. This is the, base set that was released to, this is a Walmart set. So I have it, even though I didn't kickstart it, because this part did make it to retail, and the same thing is going to happen for the X-Men Marvel United set. The main set is going to come out to retail. I have the main set coming to me when all the Kickstarters come in, which I think will be July, and they say about May. I have the X-Men version of this coming to me, but by September, October, this will be out. This version of, the X-Men version of this, thank you, will be available in stores. So that's a consideration I have to make. This will give me longevity in the game, enjoying the game, if I have more options, more heroes, more villains, more locations, and more evil schemes to mix together. But once the Kickstarter comes in, I'll have 2 copies of the core set, and I don't know what I'm going to do about that. So that's a maybe. X-Men United core set from a retail source, say the game store or maybe Walmart again, is a maybe. And the last maybe is something I've been considering pre-ordering, but no, I'm not going to pre-order it. This is how you get problems. Oops. Oopsie. The last thing, I just got a Transformer because I don't have any Transformers games. Oh, I do. I have Beast Wars. I should have gotten Beast Wars. Oh, well. The last thing is the Transformers deck building game. You know that I like deck building games. I have a couple. I don't play them a ton, but I have them. I have Toy Story. I have Legendary. I have the DC one. I have the Marvel one. I have Predator, Aliens. There's a lot of deck building games. I like deck building games. They're okay. Lord of the Rings. I have Lord of the Rings. I like that one. The thing about the Transformers deck building game is, it'll be out in about 6 weeks, is that there are pre-order promos. There's Jazz, who I really like. This is Jetfire, but I like Jazz. There's a cassette, Frenzy, the twins, Sunstreaker and Sideswipe. Vortex, one of the combiners, a helicopter. Anyway, there's a lot of pre-order promos. There's 5 pre-order promo cards. But I'm not going to buy a game without a review or a playthrough or a rule book that I can read online. That is how I end up with games like Dark Souls. I have to be smart. I have to think about what I'm doing and not rush blindly into buying games. But once the game does come out and I can get it, say, at the game store, it's going to be a matter of, I know I don't have those cards. I don't have Jazz. I want Jazz. I don't have him. But I'm not going to gamble on the game just to get Jazz. And I like Jazz, though. Okay. That is it. Thank you so much, everybody. You've made it to the end of video number 10, and this is a long one, and I thank you for sticking with me through this long video as I go on and on and on. Hopefully there'll be more. I want to have more videos, and I want to thank each and every one of the 10 of you, even if you didn't make it through to this video. I don't know how you're going to see it, but thank you all for being my subscribers. I'm so happy to have 10 subscribers, and I love you all just as much as I love Circus. That's why we call it Circus 10. 2 things that I love together, and I'm not very good at branding, but I had a wonderful time making these, and I hope you watch them, and I hope you comment below about what I was wrong about, or what I was right about, or what I missed, or what I need to buy, any of that stuff. Just let me know. I'm very interested to hear from you, and I promise I'm going to pay attention, probably, or I'll forget to pay attention, and then I'll never respond to your comments. Okay, that's probably not going to happen. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to the day when I have the energy and the creativity and the skill to make a weekly video and put up a weekly video on here about something interesting. I already have an idea for a top 10 list that I'd like to make. Maybe now, maybe a couple months down the line. And okay, that's it. Thank you very much for everything. Thank you for watching. Bye, everybody.